So the first one of these is from the guys at Lay Waste Games, who have done Dragoon in the past, which is pretty awesome. And this new game is called Life Siphon. Now, Life Siphon has you playing as human beings who have retreated underground because dragons are burning everything on the surface. And deep down in the shadows, you find a cursed chest that says, "Do not open on it." But because you're humans, you opened it. And now all of you are cursed, and the only other way that you can survive is for you to kill your companions. So the aim of the game, which is for 2 to 4 players, is that you're going to be trying to kill the player to your left, but also stop yourself dying to the player to your right. And in some ways, keeping them alive so that they don't die to the player on their left. So yeah, this is a game about backstabbing, but it's a game about very, very selective backstabbing.
My favourite type.
Selective backstabbing, yes, indeed. Throughout the game, you'll obviously be trying to kill your opponent, but this can be done in a number of different ways. You're going to be playing a whole bunch of cards down the tabletop that will allow you to not only boost yourself, but also lessen your allies' abilities and things like that. You'll be able to summon familiars as well to the tabletop to use in your games to try and fight them and do a little bit more extra damage. The cool thing about your familiars, however, is they actually cost you life points in order to summon. So if you're going to be summoning those, you're going to have to be trying to sort of test your wits and see whether or not you can hold out long enough in order to get them onto the tabletop, but also stop yourself from dying at the same time. As I say, I really like the idea of this being a backstabbing game, but it being done on a sort of a setting where it's effectively you only have one person to worry about. More or less 2, but yeah, I love that, and it means that you don't have everyone piling in on one player to try and get them out of the game or anything like that. So this just sounds really, really fun. The game itself comes in its typical sort of over-the-top lay waste game style, so you can either get it with some amazing wooden pieces, or you can go really, really, really bling and throw in some really big chunks of metal in there for all the different pieces, and also a lovely fabric mat as well. If anyone's played one of their other games, as I say, Dragoon and all that kind of thing, they do look amazing when you've got all these extra gubbins on the tabletop with that stuff. So yeah, Life Siphon sounds pretty cool. If you like your backstabbing games, check this one out on Kickstarter. So
it sounds like a lot of fun, and it's nice to see that they've got some stuff happening with the guys at Wormwood as well.
Yes, they do. Yeah, so they've got a couple of really nice sort of containers for dice and tokens, all that kind of thing as well. So it's cool.
Very, very cool. What do you think, Jerry? Would you go for it? You like a little bit of backstabby?
I do. It sounds really interesting as well. It sounds a lot like Magic. Multiplayer Magic games used to work like that.
Yeah.
Where you could only attack in one direction with creatures, so you're always in a round table, but spells could go anywhere. And this idea that you can, so you're still only attacking in one direction. So if you want to kill the person to your right, you've got to go through 2 people to your left first. But at the end of the day, if you're all underground because there's a dragon up top and you've done yourself a terrible mischief, I have absolutely no problem with offing everybody around me, because order will only go so far.
I see. For a game like this, I would love it if they actually did a secret target kind of thing, where your target is secret from everybody else at the beginning of the game. You draw a chit. So I'm after Jerry.
Yep.
Jerry's after me. Ben, you're after Jerry, or just some combination of that. So that it's not just I know it's him.
But then, because you're always attacking in one direction, if you don't get the person immediately to your left, you could find that your target's killed beforehand.
Possibly.